go. Oh, welcome back everybody to the Armargeddon DOTA2 Asia Grand Slam, where we are here live with our next match of today. It is TLer Reborn, the team from Indonesia, up against First Departure, the Singaporeans who we just saw get defeated by ABC, the team led by Winter. And now First Departure finding themselves in a loser bracket in a do-or-die situation, and well, up against a team who are somewhat unknown. They've managed to win one or two of their matches in the loser bracket already. They dropped down early on, but they are just sort of hanging on by the skin of their teeth here, looking to go that one step further, and now they're finding themselves, well, up against First Departure. It's a tough opponent, one it's going to be hard to bring down here. Reborn, they're playing over on the Dire side, up against First Departure on the Radiant side, and we're here live in Singapore on the Beyond the Summit live stream, or those who at the live event at the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center for the Armargeddon DOTA2 Grand Slam of Asia. As our picks and bans are going to now get underway as we do hop on into this game. It is a Nyx Assassin first ban coming out of First Departure, followed by Keep the Light being banned out. First Departure known really for their sort of heavy split push style of play. Anti-Mage is sort of one of their go-to carriers just because of how good he is at split pushing. Then we see them occasionally pick up things like Tinker, Nature's Prophet as well in there. They're actually going to ban out a Lone Druid after it did sort of cause some issues for them last game. So we'll see how things go generally this game round. Lone Druid out of the pool. What do, well, Miracle and his bunch look to get instead? As mentioned, they love their split push, so maybe they look to heroes who can basically split, who can pick off heroes who have split pushing. Nyx Assassin, great at doing that. You want to split push? Nyx Assassin says no. One more ban coming out from the TLer side. The Reborn boys. So they even look to ban out the Anti-Mage because it's just such a common pick from the First Departure squad. Darkseid's still in the pool, as is Mag, as is Batrider. Tons of, well, strong sort of tier 1 picks still in the pool and haven't really been taken out or dealt with just yet. So both teams are going to get their, basically their share of whatever's left in the pool in just a second, and it's going to be a pretty juicy looking pool. And of course, you've got both the two main supports, Shadow Demon and Rubik. Those are going to be your go-to support heroes, both still sitting around, Batrider and a couple of ban, and that gives Mag away. I say if it's a bad thing, but Mag gets picked up by Miracle, but there's still Darks in the pool, as is Lifestealer. I'd probably say we're looking at Lifestealer with a support here. Something like the Lifestealer Shadow Demon or the Lifestealer Rubik. Rubik could be a great little pickup to have the spell steal against the Magnus. Steal an RP, can turn a team fight around. Then you don't even need to get any like strong team fight heroes when you've got a Rubik. He can make up for it himself.
10 seconds.
Two more picks coming out of Reborn now. As I'll have to look to see what they look to get, whether it's a Lifestealer with a strong support, maybe. Otherwise, they go for the Darks here. Get the offlane, and maybe with a support, or even just a Darks here with a Lifestealer. They grab up Lifestealer for now, so they'll get one more here with that. It's a Queen of Pain, so they get that. Well, they're solo mid most likely. Not a hero we've seen First Departure play around with much, but Reborn, they fancy their odds with a Queen of Pain. The Captain Van's going straight off for it, not even worried about the supports there. Darks is still in the pool, but I mean, with Miracle's side, you've already got the solo mid Mag. That's your team fight right there. You don't have to go all out, put all your eggs in one basket, and just go for this super wombo combo team fight by picking up a Darks here. I feel, if anything, they go somewhere a bit more standard. And there we go, they're standard. Luna Shadow Demon. The makings of a strong tri-line here. You've got the support set up. We'll get another probably stunner to team up with it. Maybe go for a Chen again. We saw the Shadow Demon Chen coming out last game from First Departure. And we'll have Miracle. He's the carry player. He's going to most likely be playing that Luna. As Mag, Luna, Shadow Demon, the first three picks. One more pick going to be coming out of Reborn in just a second here. Probably looking, I imagine you would be going for that Rubik. With the second ban stage coming up in just a second. If you go for another solo hero, if you don't pick up a support here, all these good supports are getting banned out. You really want to have a Rubik here. You can steal a Luna Eclipse. You've got a Mag ulti. Lots of good juicy spells to be stolen. And reserve time being ticked away at less than a minute left already. So Reborn making sure they get things right from the get-go. As this last pick here is, well, this last pick in the first pick stage is very important for them as well. Whatever gaps they have, we're going to see those kinds of heroes being banned out by First Departure. First Departure now finding themselves in the loser bracket. They've got to claw their way through this loser bracket if they want to try get their revenge versus ABC. Winter's team so far has just looked pretty much unbeatable. Haven't really been tested yet. We'll find out later today if Awake, the Thai team, can do so, and I think they can. I think with the way Awake's been playing, they've been really strong and consistent, had some strong drafts. They're a team who can potentially give ABC a run for their money. Even more so than First Departure. First Departure, I mean, they really sort of struggled in their last game. They couldn't really get into that game. Right from the get-go, they were behind in all 3 lanes almost. As that Tidehunter is going to be the 3rd pick from Reborn. So they're going team fight. They've got a Tide Ravage on their side, and the problem is now they haven't got any strong supports. They will play Tide probably in that 4th position as a secondary support, but they need that hard support, and support options are, well, are few and far between right now. With Shadow Demon being picked up already, we'll see a Lena ban. Keeper of the Light's been banned out by, much earlier on, of course. And now we look towards heroes like Rubik being banned out, maybe Leshrac. As what do you look to combine with the Lifestealer? If you don't have a strong support there, whoever's in that off lane can basically contest that lane a whole lot better. Get quite a bit more farm, get quite a bit more experience if you haven't got that strong range sort of support hero to zone out the off lane hero. And maybe without the strong support, you even go offensive trial lane. If you're feeling confident saying, hey, they've got a Tidehunter and a kind of not too good of a support, like a Tide Disruptor or something, you say, let's go offensive trial and get a Shadow Demon +1 of your own. Maybe they're even thinking of getting the Rubik themselves. They ban out the Crystal Maiden, so CM, there's your strong range support. CM could combo well with a Lifesteal. You have both the slow as well as the lockdown from the Frostbite and Crystal Nova. And that's kind of what you need with the Lifesteal to make sure you can get those kills and be aggressive in lane. Rubik's still there, but he's not as aggressive as a Crystal Maiden. Does have the same sort of DPS output, but not the slow as well as it's able. Just as one of those two, and we'll see what Miracle's side First Departure look to get with this 4th pick of theirs. If they're leaving Rubik in the pool, it's quite likely to take it themselves. Rubik against the Tidehunter, absolutely fantastic. I mean, you potentially stealing Ravage, potentially stealing a Queen of Pain Blink or Ultimate. Tons of good, nice spells that you can be stealing as a Rubik here. So I think leaving in Rubik, I think First Departure fully intend to 4th pick it here. They need another support, and why not go for the Rubik? Run the Rubik, Shadow Demon, and Luna as your tri lane. As Chen and Sanking are the 2 bans from Reborn. They want to make sure that we're not going to see another Chen out of First Departure. Even though it didn't win them that last game, it's still a potential hero that they could look to pick up here. Sanking, well, he does synergize well with the Shadow Demon. You can basically set up a guaranteed stun. As it does get taken out of the pool. Something some of the Filipino teams have done quite a bit is use that Shadow Demon Sanking duo. But one more ban from Reborn, and I'm wondering if they're considering banning out the Rubik.
10 seconds.
Or do they look to go somewhere else? Maybe they're hoping that they can still grab the Rubik. They ban out the Leshrac, so they're aggressive. They're more worried about the aggressive combos. The Shadow Demon with a Leshrac, Sanking, or Chen is a lot scarier than the Rubik as far as the laning stage, the killing power you get. No Rubik, it's a Nature's Prophet. It's not First Departure if you haven't got the split push. It's most likely going to be played in that off lane, and well, it's all about split pushing with First Departure. They love to farm up all around the map. You'll see them getting picked off here and there, but because they play a high-risk style of play, it's all about just keeping all your lanes pushed out as far as possible, having as many heroes as possible, farming up in different lanes. Jakiro, the 4th pick for Reborn, so not going for the Rubik, which has just been left untouched. They're going to go for, well, a slightly more defensive support hero. The Ice Path, the AoE lockdown you get there, and some AoE damage from the ultimate as well as the dual breath. One more pick now from Miracle. Does he look for a jungler, or does he look to just go for, well, that secondary support? What's it going to be? Dazzle! Oh my gosh! First time seeing Dazzle in a long time, and I mean, just looking probably at a support Dazzle, and there's some nice synergy here with the Dazzle and Shadow Demon. Set up with a disruption, and then, well, the healing wave onto those illusions does a lot of additional damage. There's a strong amount of killing power with that tri lane, the Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and Luna. Weaver going to be the last pick for the Reborn side, the Indonesian team, as Vans, the captain, grabs that right off the bat. We'll quickly introduce our 2 teams over on the Radiant side, representing what am I talking about? That's the Dire side. Representing Singapore is going to be First Departure. We've got Hannah playing the Nature's Prophet, Lubby playing the Dazzle, Lubu Dota, Best Dota, playing the Shadow Demon, Luna being played by Miracle, the captain, and finally Mag Pelosin representing the Singaporeans. And over on the Dire side, that's where your Indonesian team are. One of 2 teams representing Indonesia. Unfortunately, their fellow countrymen have already been knocked out of this Armargeddon DOTA2 Asia Grand Slam. We've got TLer Reborn. We've got Waihu playing the Queen of Pain, Hiyori on the Tidehunter, Vans playing the Weaver, Dots playing the Jakira, and then finally, on the main carry, it's going to be Road Sector playing that Lifestealer. As the 2 teams just sort of venturing out, looking to get down some early wards, scout things out as much as possible, try and find out what their opponents are doing. You guys on the live stream or here at the event watching the stream can see what's going on, but we can't really say too much about how things are going to be working out here, as the two teams, they don't know what they're doing, and they're in earshot range of me. Looks like Reborn need a second longer as well. Just doing some last minute settings changes. Make sure their configurations, their hotkeys are all right before we get things underway here. Big thanks, of course, to everyone who is still tuning in on the live stream, as well as here live in Singapore, as we are getting ourselves underway here in the loser bracket. We've seen the two winner bracket semi-finals. We had ABC defeat First Departure, and we had our first match of the day where Hirosh actually got defeated by the Thai team, Awake. Awake really looks solid, and if anything, that's probably been, they've been, I mean, to me, they're one of the real sort of dark horses of this story. They've gone somewhat unnoticed, but they've been playing so ridiculously well. All their matches have been pretty much one-sided in their favor. I know Hirosh were confident going in, and when you've got a roster like theirs with some former Aeon players, you have Draken, who's played with Zenith in the past, there's some definite talent there, and they got brought down by the Thai team, so good to see some of these upcoming Southeast Asian teams playing well and really doing proud to their country. Teams being flown in for sort of 7 or 8 different countries, from Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, all for this Armageddon Dota 2 Grand Slam of Asia. Some of the best upcoming teams there is. It looks like Reborn are ready, as I'm not sure if First Departure are. The call to go isn't there just yet, but we'll hopefully get things underway as soon as possible. Once these sort of last minute setup issues are sorted out by the players. Until then, we can't really look at these lanes too much either. The beauty of having this nature's property is you can try and scout the lanes. Then we might have a better idea. He's trying to send out treants as always early on. You can scout runes, you can scout enemy heroes. You can use it to pull this top lane. If you're going against an offlane Nature's Prophet, you want to be pulling the creep wave from behind the tower to yourself, but not going to be definitely that offlane Nature's Prophet. There's a couple different possible options for him as well. That's not meant to happen. They can go with that offensive trial if they want. Run Nature's Prophet into safe lane. They've got such a strong trial lane with the Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and Luna that, hey, they may decide just to do so. Is Cheats actually on? Pelosin, you trolling me, man. No, Cheats are not on. Mag, well, he's your go-to solo mid. He's your go-to solo mid here. Unless, I mean, Nature's Prophet can solo mid, but it's just so unlikely to see that when you've got a Mag on your team. Sending him to the offlane, he's not getting the XP and farming needs. Don't report Miracle. What's Miracle done? He's done nothing wrong. As we're going to see ourselves just waiting out this pause while these last couple of issues do get sorted out. Reborn, well, they've got a strong teamfight heavy lineup. The Ravage, with it, Ravage combined with the Jakiro AoE damage, there's a lot of killing power there for them. Queen of Pain as well to follow up. That's going to be your cleanup. You can get heroes down nice and low with the AoE damage from a Titan and Jakiro, but you need someone to clean up, finish off those low HP heroes, and both Queen of Pain and Weaver are perfect for doing that. Lifesteal needs to be careful not to get kited around too much, and when there's a Sprout on the enemy team, a disruption to help keep heroes alive, there's a lot of ways to do that. It's going to be very difficult to keep some of these heroes alive. I do apologize to everyone waiting for this game to start, guys. Just looking up there, it looks like one of the players is just having a couple of his hotkey issues. I see them on the menu adjusting their hotkeys, it looks like. But for the time being, we'll theorycraft as much as possible, but really there's only so much can be said. I don't want to reveal what these lanes are just going to be. Hannah did play that Windrunner in the offlane last game. We can talk about that. Played it really well. That was the weird thing about last game. First Departure went for a draft where they had Anti-Mage essentially being played as a solo, and they ran with a tri-lane with a Windrunner, Shadow Demon, and Chen in the offlane. They just left Anti-Mage, and as a result, Anti-Mage didn't have the farm needed to take it to the late game. He tried his best to split push all game long, but it just, long term, he didn't have the farm needed. Whereas the opposing carries on the ABC side, Lifestealer, Lone Druid, they had plenty of farm and plenty of items to work with. There's things, well, things not really moving along right now. We'll get things underway as soon as possible, guys. Thanks everyone for your patience, and we'll be hopefully live underway with our Armageddon Dota 2 Grand Slam of Asia loser bracket round 4, let's say. Not sure if we're at round 4, but I'm gonna at least pretend that we are for now. We've had at least round 3. We're down to 6 teams now. We've had our winner bracket semi-finals. We've got 6 teams left in the tournament. Awake and ABC in the winner bracket final. Then we've got 4 teams down in the loser bracket. These 2 here, Reborn and First Departure. And then we've got our other loser bracket match, Hirosh and Pacific Esports, the Filipino team. That'll be coming up shortly after this match, our next match of the day. And then we have, I believe, our the winners of these 2 loser bracket matches going head-to-head. And then our final match of the day is going to be the winner bracket final. So we'll see ABC versus Awake at the end of today, only leaving our loser bracket final as well as the grand finals for tomorrow. So our best of 3 grand finals and our loser bracket final will all be played tomorrow, starting at the same time as today, starting at 12 noon Singapore time. We see Lifestealer, he's reconnected back in, but it looks like the team's still not quite ready to get things underway. There's no news on what's going on there, guys, unfortunately. Looks like still having some issues with this setup and hotkeys. All the players are connected in still, luckily, but, well, this does give me time to just thank our sponsors, of course. eClub, AMD, StarHub, Asus, Rapture Gaming Network, as well as Zook, Sonic Ear, and PowerLogic. Without these guys, well, this event would not necessarily be possible. It's made possible thanks to them, and this is why we see this fantastic Dota 2 event happening. And it's really good because we get to support some of the upcoming teams. It's not all about the top big dogs coming in and basically taking tournament after tournament. This tournament's about getting basically some spotlight on some of these upcoming teams, giving them a chance to win a tournament and get sponsored, because there's $20,000 in prize money, sponsorship gear, as well as a sponsorship contract with Armageddon up for grabs for the top 3 teams. So it does offer these teams some stability as a sponsored team should they win. Unfortunately for one of these 2 teams, they're going to be going home soon shortly. Well, I say shortly, that's if we get things underway. But by the end of this game, we're going to see one more team knocked out. We'll be going from 6 teams to 5 teams. And then, well, then things will be getting more and more difficult. As we'll see just how much longer the 2 teams are going to be here. Unfortunately, as I can't reveal too much about these lanes even with the players nearby. Looks like they're just fixing some cable. Not sure quite exactly what that's going to, how long that's going to take, but hopefully not too much longer for you guys watching. Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and, well, Luna probably making this trial lane. I mentioned already, this is a very aggressive trial lane if they can get the disruption into a shadow wave. You get the heal onto those disruption illusions to get a lot of damage over a short amount of time. TLer Reborn, well, their trial lane much weaker. They've got the Tidehunter Jakiro, probably with the Lifestealer. They can kill sort of offlane heroes on their own, but other than that, in a trial lane versus trial lane, taking on the sort of the strong defensive power of a disruption and a shadow wave is just not going to work out too well for them. We'll have to wait and see whether or not they look for that trial lane versus trial lane, or if they just, well, both teams may just look to put their carry in the safe lane. Weaver, the candidate to go to that off lane if they play it like that. Queen of Pain likely be in the mid lane against the Mag if both teams run with the solo mid heroes you'd expect. And there we go. We get things finally underway here in Singapore, as we've had some fantastic games so far, some fantastic intermission content as well, thanks to some good camera work here. We've also had a surprise guest appearance from Ice. Those of you living in Singapore, do feel free to come on down. We're at the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center. We're broadcasting our matches live today as well as tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see our grand finals. Definitely worth coming down for that here, as we've still got about 4 or 5 more hours of action today, and then a good 6 or 7 hours of action tomorrow. Our loser bracket finals, our best of 3 grand finals, and then the award ceremony. Let's see how things shape up here with the lanes. creep waves are going to be coming out mid lane. We'll see our solo mid heroes first. The Mag and the Queen of Pain, the two sort of likely candidates for that solo mid lane, and well, we're going to get just that. Mag 1v1 against the Queen of Pain. We've seen a lot of Mag versus TA in the mid lane, so it's a slight difference here. Mag making his way through the pool up against the Queen of Pain. Both going to be rushing that bottle. Top lane, Lifestealer. He's up against the Luna, at least for the time being. Bottom lane, what have we got there? Weaver trying to farm, and well, Nature's Prophet poking his head around, realizing, this lane looks dangerous. This lane looks kind of dangerous. Top lane, Shadow Demon has shown up, but he's going to be the trial in the top. This Lifestealer has what he needs to survive up here as well. He's not going to be too worried about that. As another pull is coming out from Pelosin. Unfortunately, a slight issue coming out from his mouse, it seems. And we'll see how this mid lane matchup progresses. Level 2 already up on the Mag, and that'll help him out. It means he has that point in skewer. If he's worried about getting ganked, the supports for the dire side haven't shown up on the map. Haven't really been bottom, haven't really been top. They could be pulling, they could be sacking. Lots of things they could be doing right now. So Mag is going to be a bit cautious of that, and being level 2, having at least that 1 point in skewer can make sure that, well, he's somewhat protected from a gank if it comes. Nature's Prophet, if a gank comes his way, well, he's not protected. There's no way really to get away from that if he gets ganked. If you get a point in the swarm early on, well, you can't even look to sprout yourself, deny vision, or try and TP out, because you get that vision you need from a swarm. Top lane Lifestealer won't have much fun farming here. Up against this trio of ranged heroes. I believe Luna will have gone for the Aura. Yeah, Aura up on the Luna, so extra bonus damage, plus 14 damage to both the two supports. Gives them a lot harder harass. Also make sure that, well, also make sure that they're denying, and basically their ability to pull this creep wave back is a lot easier. Helps Luna with the last hits, and we have to wait and see how Reborn, where they look to send some of these supports. Some nice visuals coming out on the map. Looks like Pelosin's ready. Sengo apologizes as well. Apologies to everyone on the stream who's been waiting around for this match as eagerly as I have been. Have got first departure up against Reborn. And neither team wanting to take any chances here. Making sure that everything's right. The setup, the mouse, the keyboard, as well as their in-game hotkeys before they get things underway here. As top lane with this trial in here, they want to try and pull this wave back. That's really the big thing. If Lifestealer has the creep wave under his tower, he can get some farm, some XP. If they pull the wave back and get closer to the Radiant tier 1 at top, then suddenly you see, well, Lifestealer having a much tougher time. Tide, well, he shows himself top. The supports have ventured back towards the top lane. Problem is, with this lane pushing out, they need to start using these pulls, because this Trallin versus Trallin does not really go too well for the Dire team unless they can do something like this. Shadow Demon, he's in no man's land. He's going to get completely caught on his own. Luckily, Tide isn't there. The Gush comes in a bit late. The block coming out as well. Neutral creep. Oh, looks like the Radiant team got it. Yeah, I think the Radiant team got it. Tide with very little XP here. I think it went to a Radiant creep, so no gold going to any of these heroes, but they do get the XP for that Wildkin kill. Shadow Demon was, I thought he was going down there. He was really in a bad position. He got completely isolated on his own. Oh, whoa. That isn't meant to happen. Need to disable my Windows key. He got isolated on his own while his teammates were over here. As a result, he gets brought down. Bottom lane, Hannah on the Nature's Prophet up against the Weaver. 1v1 matchup there, which I'd give us pretty much dead even. They should both be getting some decent farm here. We've got the Trallin versus Trallin at top, where we imagine we'll see most of our action. Gush coming out again from the Tide. This is chewing through his mana very quickly. Lifestealer just disrupted up. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage, forced to rage out of this one. He's sort of thinking about going back, and he's going to go down to a Lucent Beam here. Luna trying to get the vision he needs, not going to happen. Shadow Demon and Dazzle, well, they did their best to try and bring down this Lifestealer. So much damage comes from that bonus damage from the Luna Aura. The Luna Blessing giving all these heroes a feisty punch, but it wasn't enough there to bring down Lifestealer. Not quite. Oh, top lane. They think they've got this. They think they've got the Shakiro. There's a Soul Catch as well as it. Oh, they've got him. First blood to the Shadow Demon. The disruption to Shadow Wave, so much instant damage comes out. You get a Soul Catcher as well to amplify it, and there's your first blood, just 3 minutes in the game for first departure. The tri-lane's picked up a kill, and they're possibly looking, well, Miracle's just looking to be very aggressive with his last hitting. Life Stealer. Wow, he's getting low. He tangoes up, but realistically, he can't stay in this lane, even after a tango being used. And Miracle, just such great kiting around. He's getting hits under the tower and not even drawing the tower aggro. He gets it off him right away. Great hero control happening there. Bottom lane, Prophet against the Weaver. We can even see Nature's Prophet TPing in top soon. If First Departure want to get really aggressive, get extra kills, go for a fast tier 1, they can look to bring in this Nature's Prophet to the top lane. Meanwhile, mid lane, Mag versus Queen of Pain. A bit of a, I guess, spam war. Mag spams the Shockwave. Queen of Pain looks to basically scream out the lanes, try to get some room control. You have got the blink to work your way, but it's Mag who gets this 4-minute room. He just picks up the DD and doesn't actually bottle it up. His bottle was, I believe, coming on Curry. He's been bottle crowing for some time here. As wow, Lifestealer pushed out of this top lane. He can't even come here to farm right now. He's just too low in HP, completely out of HP regen. And unfortunately for him, this top lane is not really looking too good for him. Only the 4 creep kills, and well, his Quelling Blade build just doesn't really work when you haven't got a free farm lane. Oh, Mag, solo kill at mid, takes out the Queen of Pain, Skewer and Shockwave used. And it's top lane, they've gone in, they've decided they can just do this under their tower. Oh, this Grave is going to help try and keep the Shadow Demon alive. Unfortunately, Weaver's actually TPing him, will bring down Shadow Demon. Meanwhile, Luna on the background has actually taken down Shadow Demon. Now going to go into the Tide. Tide going to go down. Weaver still trying to fight. Shakuchi's got a long cooldown. There's a Shadow Wave to try and keep SP alive. Dazzle, he stays alive, but just a bit longer. Long enough to bring down the Weaver. Luna gets the kill on the Weaver. Weaver does bring down Dazzle there, but it's a trade going in favor of First Departure. 3 for 2 at the top lane. The Weaver TP as well leaves his bottom lane completely empty. Well, I say empty, but Lifestealer, he's decided, hey, this bottom lane ain't working, I'm going to go there. Weaver, you go top. I'm going to take bottom. Lifestealer harassing away onto this Nature's Prophet bit. Not really making much out of it right now. Mag, he's farming at mid. Got Miracle on the Luna. Well, he's had a great time at this top lane. He's leading as far as farm goes. His CS highest in the game right now. And what's he looking for? It looks like we're going to be seeing a standard Drum of Endurance build. And the pieces of the puzzle starting to come out. Maybe a Ring of Akla as well in there. And Queen of Pain. 0-1 right now. The solo kill really slows down Queen of Pain's ability to get involved. When you get pushed behind like that, it's so much harder to come and start getting aggressive tanking. Top lane. Shakiro caught out. Disruption, Shadow Wave. Luna's there with the Lucid Beam, trying to save it maybe for the last hit. Weaver going to come in. This will be the death of Miracle. He's overextended, and Jakiro survives in about 3 HP. Meanwhile, on the back lines, Weaver's not done. He wants the next hero. Weaver's just so good in this trial, and great decision to rotate Lifesteal out of it. And now we see Vans look to pick up the next kill. There's a Shadow Grave there, which will keep the Dazzle alive. Nature's Prophet actually TP's in. They're looking for this Weaver. He's going to Shakuchi up. He's actually going to go back in. Shadow Demon's overextended with the Tide Gush being there. Disruption gets used, but it's too late. Weaver, well, he's already picked up 1 kill. He's looking for another. Mag picks up another solo kill at Queen of Pain. That's at the mid lane. But top lane where all this action's happening, Weaver's trying to chase down, pick up some more kills here. Gets sprouted up under his tower. Time up to heal himself up a bit. All said and done. Weaver now 3 kills and 1 assist to his name. But Pelosin at mid lane, just what happened there? Queen of Pain. Solo killed once again under his tower. Looks like an RP was used. Bit of an overextension by Miracle at top lane. They did end up giving away I think 2 kills there to the Weaver. Miracle just going under that tower, taking too much damage, and they couldn't bring down the Jakiro fast enough. Lifestealer now finding some fun finally at the bottom lane. He was seeing on 4 CS at the top. He's now up to 16 creep kills at bottom lane. There's our top lane. This is really the Weaver can do well in this trial versus trial lane, but not if Luna's spamming Lucent Beam. You've got the mana regen now coming up from this Ring of Aquila, and as a result, all you've got to do to cause Weaver problems is just keep on spamming that. Weaver with an unusual poor man's shield, but this was against the Nature's Prophet. It's a good item to have when laning against Nature's Prophet because you can block the treant damage as well as any harass, but as soon as you switch to the top lane, this poor man's shield doesn't really offer much against the Luna. Prophet, back bottom, trying to get some farm up, trying to get his Midas. Got Mag, he's already got Arcane Ball, he's already level 9 as well, so even without a Blink Tag, he can do so much damage in a short amount of time. Shockwave Skewer, I mean that combo right there, you're looking at about 500 damage. And some of these heroes are looking very, very squishy. Weaver's only got seeing on 550 HP. Skewer with a Skewer Gush, and well, a Shockwave will be the death of this Weaver. What am I talking about? Gush. Gush is on the other side. Skewer, Shockwave, and a Lucent Beam will be the death of this Weaver at top lane. If there's a rotation from Mag. Weaver just going in for a bit of a ras here at top lane. There's going to be a disruption. Can they bring down this Weaver? Need a Shadow Wave. Not going to come in time. Needed to time that perfectly. Eclipse going to go up here, trying to get the tide. Looks like not enough of it actually hitting the tide. Lucent Beam does come in from behind. Mag is here. RP on 2. Skewers them back in. Does some extra damage there. Now Queen of Pain's TP'd in. TP takes out the Shadow Demon. Queen of Pain doesn't have a blink though. It's a level 1 blink. 6-second cooldown. Not going to happen. 4-1 at the top lanes. Really good engagement going the way of first departure up there as we see Luna using that Eclipse. Pretty decent effect there. Didn't quite do enough damage to bring down anyone, but the follow-up was there. Weaver, as soon as that Shikuchi ended, one more Lucent Beam was all that was needed to finish off the kill. And then Mag came back in. Skewers after an RP onto the 2 support heroes. Top lane, Weaver's going to be TPing back in now, looking to continue his farm. He needs to be careful here. Uh-oh, he's caught out. There's a Sensual. They've got vision. There's a Skewer as well. There's enough damage. There's another kill going down on the Weaver. Pelosin is just having a huge game so far. He's 3-0-3. He's going to help his team get this top tier 1 tower now as well. Who's going to get it? Luna says, that's mine, thanks very much. Mag wanted it, but it's not going to be the case. Mag now back towards the mid lane. Continues to farm. Queen of Pain now falling behind. Boots, Bottle, Wand. Level 8 only. Now, TLer Reborn, they've got to be careful. They've basically just got to play it much more safe and play very cautiously. Get lifesteal a bit more farm. Queen of Pain needs some levels and just needs to get a bit more involved. Looking just for some basic treads, it looks like right now. And first departure, they're not really done pushing a top lane. They're going to look to keep on going. We've got Luna still being very, very aggressive. Tide on the side here. He's not level 6. Oh, there's a shadow poison. And what am I talking about? There's a weave coming out here. Going to see the Queen of Pain blinking on in. He's trying to get involved from the top lane, but is it going to be enough here? Shadow Demon taking a lot of damage here. It's Weaver once again. So good in these scrappy fights. If he can manage to sort of bring down this Shadow Demon, that'll help out his team a lot. Shallow Grave's already been used on Lubby to help keep himself alive, and Shadow Demon, well, he's going to need to be healed up in a second, but the heal's on cooldown already. Luna is there with the Lucent Beam, but can they bring down this Weaver? It really doesn't look like it, especially when there's a time lapse up. What backup is there going to be? This is the big problem, hero. This is what's going to cause Reborn some issues. Oh, and Tide. Goodbye, Tide Hunter. It's just a level 1 Shadow Poison, but I think this is the death of him. There's Soul Catcher and 2 Shadow Poison charges. Tide, you sir are dead. But Pelosin, he's now here. Shockwave to lead things off. He's just looking for the Jakiro. Meanwhile on the backlines, Weaver still chasing down, well, he's chasing down the Dazzle. Trying to bring him down. Queen of Pain blinks out as there's a Sprout immediately to follow it up. Skewer, Shockwave, Queen of Pain brought down by the Mags. On the backlines, it is Weaver taking out the Dazzle. Finishes off that kill, but 2-for-1 trade. Tide actually lived. He must have had a magic wand which he popped or something there. As Pelosin, well, he's had a fantastic game. Blink Arcane. And he's already level 11. 11 minutes into the game, and a tier 2 tower now going to get pressured to the top lane by first departure. And I don't think there's any defending this. Weaver going to do his best. Drops the Swarm. Shikuchi's in. Bit of AoE damage. With the Treant army there, there's going to be TPs coming in. They want to try and fight this. There's going to be life stealing things off. RP immediately catches 2. There's no Tide. Ravage still. Tide just level 4. Sprout catches 3. What a Sprout coming out from Hannah. They get the tier 2 tower. Rating actually gets it. They're going to go back in with an Eclipse here. Luna wants to fight this. Nice lifesteal on the front lines. Get brought down, as does the Tide Hunter. And now the damage is not done. Queen of Pain whiffs the ultimate. Scream does land, but he's now blinked into the fray here. Does succeed in bringing down Luna. Needs to be careful. Needs to get out of here. Or maybe just going to look for some more kills here. Dazzle once again pops the ultimate. Weave now in the playing field, giving plus armor as well as minus armor on the opponent. Pelosin taking a lot of damage. Gets a blink out here. Weaver getting nice and low. Skewer. Is there a shockwave as well? There is not a shockwave, but there's going to be a Nature's Prophet with some additional damage. Double kill goes to the Nature's Prophet. What a fight coming out from Hannah. Nature's Prophet gets his team more kills, more map control, and well, now all of a sudden, first departure in a fantastic position. 17 kills to 7 at just 12 minutes in the game, and we're looking at a 10k gold lead. Things are getting very, very ugly for Reborn. They just haven't got the farm and items they need. Lifestealer just with phase boots and a bracer. He wants that drum of endurance. He wants that next item of his, but right now it's just not coming. No armor up anytime in the near future, and well, the items are coming out for the Radiant team. Here we go, Nature's Prophet. He's had that minus up for some time, and that first big item of his is on the way very, very soon. Mid lane, another tower going to be taken down by first departure. Luna going to make sure of that. Lucent Beam to make sure there's no deny, then gets the last hit. Miracle now with drums, Yasha, 1k gold. Can look to finish off the mantle or maybe just go back for a BKB here. Often we see that Yasha into BKB build coming out from someone like a Luna. Bottom lane, Nature's Prophet's trying to get up a Shadow Blade. He's has his Claymore. Will be looking to go for that Shadow Blade build. RP on bottom. They want Road Sector. They'll get Road Sector. Shockwave Skewer with an RP to lead things off. And Mag not going for a Refresher. Will be going for a 4-star here. He's trying to bring down this Jakiro. Decides not to go in. If he had a Blink Skewer, he could have, but with Skewer on cooldown, he's not going to make a go for it. He's going to get the tier 1 tower though. Now they're going to go on to the next tower. Tier 2 tower going to be the next target for them. Waihu coming in, if possible. Illusions actually just coming in from the sides for the time being. First departure will just clear those out and start chipping around this tier 2. Tide now has his level 6, now has a Ravage online, but is that going to actually help out? He gets brought into the fight. Free Blink Dagger for Tide, gives him a 4-5 hero RP. Problem is he's already dead now. Here comes the Dazzle with the weave. He grades himself just as the Queen of Pain ultimate now gets completely dodged. No damage actually gets dealt. It only hits Dazzle, who's already grazed himself, so he stays alive. He will maybe get brought down if there's a Weaver for a cleanup, but Weaver's been brought down. There's a vision of him. He gets taken out. 3 heroes on the sidelines now. Lifestealer, the chase is on. They want him as well. Luna chasing has plenty of movement speed with this Yasha, but looks like they're not going to get it. Queen of Pain back into the fight here. Couldn't finish off anyone, not even that Dazzle. A 50 HP Dazzle. Sonic Wave gets used, but the grave was there. He keeps himself alive, and a 3-for-0 kill trade, as well as a tier 2 tower. Luna goes straight top. Says more and more farm for me. Miracle now, getting close to having enough gold for a match solo. Maybe he just goes for that BKB. Nature's Prophet after that fight must have his Shadow Blade. Yep, Shadow Blade is up. And then we're looking at the Dire team. What items have they got? Absolutely nothing. Van's the Weaver. Well, he did start off in that off lane, but he was in a 1v1 matchup. It should have been able to work out better for him. Oh no. Queen of Pain sniped out. I think Mag actually led things off there. Mag was the one who got Queen of Pain nice and low. Nature's Prophet TP'd in for the snipe. Tide now, no Ravage for it. Well, it's a 2-minute cooldown since he last used it. A bit over 2 minutes, in fact. And now the last outer tower, the tier 2 at mid, may be the target. Are we looking at anything like a gem anytime soon? Nope, no gem. They're just focusing on getting Sentry Wards up for the most part. Weaver taking a lot of damage on the tower. He's like, oh, there's a Sentry Ward there because he's taking damage while Invy's going to get skewed back in, brought down with the Jakiro. Mag once again landing these crucial RPs. Sets up 2 kills that time. Other times it's been 3 or 4. And well, once there's 1 or 2 heroes dead, there's no way Reborn can fight without their full team up. Tier 2 tower gets brought down at 16 minutes in, and we're seeing all outer towers down. They're not wasting any time. They're going to go high ground with Nature's Prophet, Tree Instant Tank. Extra damage coming from them, as well as a Mantle and Luna. Luna Aura also in play. Dazzle has the Shadow Wave heal, and then they've got a Weave for bonus armor. This is a great early game pushing lineup. Nothing to stop this push. Tier 3 tower at 16 minutes in only is going to get brought down. Possibly even Rax's. Can they defend this? Ravage. Is it back online just yet? First departure, maybe not sure about that one. It's the one thing they have to be careful of. Weave going to be used here, so they get the bonus armor. This is going to make it harder for Lifesteal to go in. He's going to be doing so much less damage now as a result, and he's already got hardly any damage. Shadow Demon. Looks like he snipes a Jakiro. As are these Raxes now. Melee barracks down to about 500 HP. Completely exposed now to this Radiant team. Mag looking for a Blink Skewer, not going to find it. He does get slowed by a Lifestealer. Tidehunter looking for a Ravage. He is back online. It's Shadow Demon. Self-destruction helps keep himself alive as Tide decides not to use the Ravage there. He's looking to re-engage. He's looking to go back in. Will hit a Ravage here. It's on the Luna, the front lines. Luna has a Mantle. Will get craved up. Doesn't even need it. Just pops the Eclipse. Fights his way out of this one. Brings down 3 heroes. Trying to make it 4. It will be 4. Lifestealer goes down. Only the Jakiro left standing. And for a 2-headed dragon, he sure as hell doesn't do a whole lot right now. He's just going to watch his mid-Raxes fall. And now they swing top. Tranquil Boots to heal up the Luna as well as an Urn Charge. And now we see this top tier 3 tower being the next target for the raiding team. 4 heroes still dead. Tide going to respawn, but Tide already having used the Ravage doesn't really offer much. They need Queen of Pain, they need Weaver. Well, I say they need Weaver, but Weaver has absolutely nothing in the way of items. This gold lead is getting very, very ugly. Reborn, Tide gets caught out by a Blink Skewer. Down he goes. Weaver going to drop the Swarm just to try and slow things down here, but it's a 2-hero Sprout. Onto the Weaver as well as the Jakira. In goes the Lifesteal, just trying to fight his way out of this one. RP being cancelled up, only hits the Queen of Pain, was looking for the Lifesteal as well, but it doesn't even matter. They bring down the Lifesteal. Physical damage is all you need, and First Departure going to get their second set of Raxes. Will get the GG call. 18 minutes was all it took. After suffering defeat at the hands of ABC in about a 40-minute game, they bounced back and absolutely destroyed TLer Reborn. Look at that gold difference. Almost 3 times their opponent's total gold. It took them 18.5 minutes to get the GG call, and 90 minutes in, they're going to get this throne. A fantastic, dominating, convincing performance from the First Departure Singaporean side. And unfortunately for Indonesia, well, their last representative has been knocked out. Neolution Indonesia got knocked out yesterday, and today we're seeing TLer Reborn get knocked out at the hands of the Singaporean team First Departure. First Departure will advance. They're going to verse the winner of Hirosh and Pacific Esports, the Filipino team. As that's going to be our next live match. We're going to see Hirosh up against the Pacific Esports 2. That's our next live match here on the Beyond the Summit stream, or here live in Singapore at the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the Armageddon Dota 2 Grand Slam of Asia. I am Gods of Beyond the Summit, and we'll be back soon with more live Dota 2 action.